Okay, hello, hello, hello. What is going on, YouTubers? How's it going? I know I did not post anything last week because I actually did not have anything to talk about. So that's the harsh reality of now. Last weekend I had a pretty fun weekend with my new two friends, two girls that I met. I met one of them on Bumble. Was it Bumble? I think it was Bumble. And I met the other one through the first one. Right. So the one I met on Bumble is half British, half Spanish. And she has a very cool vibe because she lived in France for like 9 years. She's lived in England, she lived in Spain. So it's like I like people who live in different places because they have different culture ideas or ways of being individual instead of getting this very collective identity from the society they live in, right? Nothing that means that that's wrong. It just means that I do not really have that because I've been living in different places and I don't really identify with one culture. The other one is kind of similar thing because she's from Brazil and she's dating another girl from Spain. So she came here with her girlfriend, right? Interestingly, both of them are bisexual, even though one of them is married to a woman. But it was kind of fun for me to explore with them about my sexuality, about my fears, things that I'm interested in. And last weekend we had a night out to go dancing, and we went to this club with this typical Spanish techno, like groove, they call it groove techno. And it was a lot of fun. I'm usually more into like the darker, faster paced techno, but I'm gonna say this was fun. Hooray to you, Raúl Pacheco. Muy bien. Um, but I had, shockingly, um, been approached. I mean, I don't think it's that shocking, honestly. I could put a picture of what I looked like, but I'm also going to put the picture that I posted on Instagram because I was not wearing pants and I'm really liking that picture. I did not take any pictures in the club. That's a problem that me and my friends we actually talked about. It's like, why do we not ever take pictures in clubs or any places? But eventually, I'm gonna post a picture right here. So this is me in my night out. Pretty much the same hoops, different chain, more black, and I think the same bandana scenario. But I was dancing like a crazy bitch. Let's just put it that way. And I was dancing, 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 and this is my first time going out with these two girls. And I went out with them one time before, and I did not like it because I did not like the music. So this is something with like the queer community slash the LGBT community is there is this set of songs or playlists that everyone knows and sings, and I kind of joined a bit later, and I'm a musician, so I don't really fit into the we are queer, we like these songs. Like I do not dig Madonna or Chris, what's her name now? All the newcomers who are queer, Charlie XCX. I'm like, cool, but it's like nothing new for me. And I'm not gonna listen to you just because you support the LGBT community. Like I would listen to you because I like your music. But on the same side, I usually like very alternative music. So I can and usually am into these instrumental musicians who are alternative and pretty much into because musicians are creative people. We're a bit more open minded because we leave the set of we need to be doing this job or we need to create this family. So musicians or artists in general have this idea of freedom when it comes to their art and expression and of becoming someone or being part of a certain group, right? So that's kind of pretty important if you think about it for creating music or liking music. So I make my own music, but I love techno, and the techno I really like is usually from Berlin, like very hard trance. It's called trance techno. I don't know if you've heard of the term trance. It's an S H no SCHARNZ Shrans, and it's fast paced. It's like 150 BPM, and it is hardcore. It's not hard techno because it has more melody, has more grit. Hard techno is just like really loud bass, which is not bad. Don't get me wrong, but there's like I'm missing melody. I'm a musician, so I like melody. Um, so we've been dancing, and then the first night we went out, I did not dance. I was just like weirded out. I'm like, oh, I don't even know why I'm here. And one of the girls was like singing along with almost every single song. And then they knew different songs from that 90s, no, it was 80s club. And I'm like, 80s, not again. Like, no, those are bad times for my people. And also, I don't really want to listen to old music anymore. Maybe my teenage music. Like, I listen to my emo stuff. Like, I listen to Senses Fail. I listen to Escape the Fate. I listen to My Chemical Romance. I still dig those. Avril Lavigne. I really like those. Like Flyleaf also. I don't know. Flyleaf is Christian rock, and I'm not mad if it's Christian rock because I like the music, right? Because I never really listen to the words, and I think she doesn't really say like "God come take me and save me." Like it's like more subtle Christian rock. Under Oath is another band that I really love, and I never knew they were Christian rock. So Flyleaf and Under Oath are are they are they still? I don't know. I don't know if they're still together, but both are Christian rock bands, and I love. Like, I'm not that discriminatory when it comes to music. I need you to give me something stimulating. So, rock music, metal, gent, thal, these are like branches of metal, and techno, strands. We have groove is fine. And I was dancing my ass off, and I usually dance. I'm a dancer. I'm a dancer. I'm a dancer. I'm like a go-go dancer. Like I dance and I move my body, and I'm like getting in the mood. And I think my friends were a bit shocked because I don't know, do I seem introverted or extroverted to them? I need to clean this. But eventually it was a bit problematic because it was like the first time they see me like get freaking loose. And I was loose like a goose girl. So I was just like really, really digging the vibe. And I was dancing and dancing and dancing. And eventually they kind of, whenever I go clubbing, I'm noticing and my friends usually the extroverts like to drag me to the front and I'm like I hate going to the front because everyone's so packed together but eventually I dance and I dance and I dance and then people give us space and I think because they see me dancing and like getting into the vibe and I'm a bit more selfish when I'm dancing. I need space, I need movements, and most people have like a bubble around me, like an emptiness, because I take so much space when I'm dancing, and I just dance. Like I don't look at people's eyes. You can literally come walk right here, and I'm like, you don't exist for me. You do not exist to me. And then I just keep dancing, dancing, dancing. And then my friends are like, wow, like we really like the music and dancing. And then we all started dancing. I'm more, I think I have a certain feminine style of dancing, like to move my hips, like to move my arms, like to move my palms. My friends are a bit more like just a bit of a simpler movement to the dance floor, like to the beat, right and left, and so on. Um, and we talked about like dancing and we met some people and I've been approached by a couple of guys and I've been approached by a couple of girls. With the girls it's funny because even before the transition I knew how girls here in Spain try to get your attention. Let me demonstrate. So I'm dancing, I'm minding my own business. I'm not like super in the front. Like they come close to me, so they're on my left side or in the front, like right here on the left side, the front. And all they do is they get very close. So instead of being in distance, they get closer, and then they whip their hair at me, and I'm like, whew. In the past, I used to kind of take my mind off, and I'm like, who did this? Now I just pretty much ignore it. And I think they freaking hate it because I think they want a bit of attention and they want me to look at them so maybe we can have an interaction. But like I said, I'm here to dance. Dancing. Leave me alone. If I go smoking, follow me. Come talk to me when I'm smoking. But don't come interrupt me when I'm dancing. I'm here to dance. I literally have dance weekends. I buy a weekend to go to Berlin and I stay partying for a day and maybe eat and walk around the other day. Maybe I'll party for two, but usually I'm too old for this bullshit. I'll party for one straight night, 7, 8 hours, and then I'll just be chilling and then recovering for the flight, and then I'll fly back to my country. Many people think it's very weird, and these two girls that I've been, hanging out with, They've never been to Berlin. And I'm like, how can you not? How can you not? Let's go before the music scene is over. Let's go before the clubs are all shut down because gentrification is just changing everything. So, bottom line, a couple of girls try to flirt. I ignore it. Unless I'm in a good mood, I'm walking to the bathroom and I'm actually looking at people. But I'm also always on my toe. Like I'm always on my toe, worried of why are they looking at me? Do they look at me because they hate me? Because I shouldn't be trans? I shouldn't be whatever? Or they look at me because I look cute? Like I told you, I showed you the picture. You judge. I'm thinking now, and my friends told me they're looking at you because you're cute. Like you don't look dangerous to them, and you're different. Your hair is different, your makeup is different, you're tall, you have these tattoos that are different, and I think they like it. With the guys, it was much easier because I've been approached by guys a couple of times, and I noticed a couple of them. Like I said, I have a bubble around me when I'm dancing. I noticed a couple of them were standing behind me for a while, but I was dancing with my girls, one on my right, one on my left, and then we had two behind us, also part of our group. So we were like five girls and a guy. Eventually, um, they approached me in a moment of, I think, a pause. I was like looking around, or they just come as like, come here, and I'm like, ooh, I'm like, okay, hi, and they're like, love your vibe, and I'm like, okay, thanks, and I just go back like, because they expect like I'm just gonna sit there and talk to them, like, okay, tell me more. I'm like, cool, thank you. I don't know your vibe because you didn't get my attention apparently. The other ones was like, oh, I love your hair. I love how you did it. You look so cool. So this is something I told my friends because both of them are bisexual, but they prefer women in general, right? Because I mean, let's be honest, women are more fun to be around, but women are more dramatic from my experience and from their experiences as well. So what we talked about was um, it's much easier, correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me about your own experiences. It's much easier for me as a person to go out with a guy than a girl because girls do not know how to flirt. Girls do not know how to flirt, right? They know how to be friendly. And I'm like, I don't know if you're hitting on me or you just want to be my friend or you just want to tell me something cute. You're not showing me that you're interested in me more than you look pretty, cute, and then we laugh about it. Guys, on the other hand, they're pretty direct, and I like it. I like when a guy tell me, he's like, "Ooh, I love the way you're dancing. You know, it's so special. Let me talk to you." And I'm like, "Okay." With girls, it's like, "Oh, I love the way you're dancing. That's so cool. Are you from here?" And then we start becoming friends. I'm like, "Girl, you just kill the vibe. Don't be too friendly. Otherwise, we become friends. Be a bit flirty. Show me a little bit of something. Don't be creepy." I mean, I don't really mind it when people tell me like your ass looks good or your body looks good. I love those things. But I'm like, how do you tell me that? And where does it go after that compliment is what matters to me. So you tell me now, do you think it's easier to have a guy flirt with you and be interested, or to have a guy flirt with a girl flirt with you and be interested? What do you think? For me, guys are easier. But also, guys are not fun to talk to most of the time. I've had the similar thing with women, actually. It's not just guys, but like much of this masculine energy I'm noticing, it's really hard to talk to because they just keep screaming on top of you whenever you want to like pitch in and contribute. With girls, it's kind of give and take mid conversation. I'm noticed with guys or masculine women is like when they're saying something and I want to kind of add something, they just get louder so that they can interrupt me before I can say something. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna be quiet until you're done. And then they keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking until they get to like the end, and then it gets very quiet, and they notice I'm not saying anything. And yeah, like exactly, I'm not gonna say anything because I tried to kind of pitch in, and then you yelled on top of me, and I'm just gonna be waiting for you to get completely quiet. Then I'll maybe say something. I don't know if that's too bad, but that's how I am doing it. Anyway, I'm gonna go hang out, play with my guitar, buy some makeup. It's again very warm today. I don't know what's happening. It's got still summer, like it's September or something, and it's 37 degrees. Oh, it's gonna be 37 degrees. I have my AC on. I turn this off because I'm leaving. But like, I don't know what to do. I want to wear. I don't know if I want to show you this. I want to wear my jeans, right? Like, I want to wear my long jeans, which matches great with the fit because it's like very loose and I like really tight things on top. But it's like warm, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to wear this, but the price of beauty. If you don't understand what that means, ask your girls. Your girls will tell you the price of beauty is not cheap. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, non binary. Okay, so I'm gonna go. See y'all later. Bye bye.